Light as a feather when I'm floating through, reading through the daily news, measuring the hurt within the golden rule. Centimeters of ether, I'm heating the speaker. Motivational teacher with words that burn people.
Hi, my name is Strachan, and I'm a pilot. I'm an instructor, test pilot, and I love aviation.
Dice are never nice, the best laid plans of mice and men are never right. I'm just a vagabond with flowers for Algernon, an average Joe.
I live in Seattle, Washington. I was born and raised in South Africa. My dad was born in Kenya, and I immigrated out to the United States when I was 21. So I'm actually a whitest African American you'll come across. But I'm flying here. I do a couple other things, business consulting. I work with an airline, and I fly here with this business. My passion for aviation is hard to say where it came from because nobody in my family has ever flown before now, no pilots. By the time I was 9 years old, I knew what type of pilot I want to be. People used to say, well, do you want to be an airline pilot? And I'm like, no, I didn't want to be an airline pilot. I wanted to be a corporate pilot, fly jets. So on my 17th birthday, I got my license at the minimum hours in South Africa and was working towards flying in aviation. I moved to America, and everyone told me that I had to start the whole thing again. I couldn't afford it, so I didn't fly for 7 years. And then one day, somebody just said, I was at an airfield somewhere, and said, no, just go down to the FAA, they'll look at your South African license, and they'll give you an American license, just like that. So I walked down to the FAA. 1 hour later, I walked out with a flying license. I went down to the airport, got an instructor, and started flying. And I finished my commercial multi-instrument, which means I can fly pretty much any aircraft out there. And then I got involved in helicopters, and I loved helicopters. I say there's more addicting than drugs and more expensive, but at least it's a valuable high. Some people may enjoy it or may not, but for me it was everything. If I could do this every single day and that's all I did, I would be one very, very happy person. And you could work hard and be stressed out, and you get home and you're wiped out after flying for 8 hours, you're tired, there's nothing more to do. But if the alarm goes off 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm like, I'm ready to go, let's go. I'm more than excited. So it really is my passion, and I hope to fly for many, many, many more years.
Letting my words take me away from the hurt and despair, so I'm keeping it vertical, forever elevator, riding the escalator to the something that is greater. So I'm drifting away like a feather in air, letting my soul take me away from the hurt and despair. So I'm singing the headlines, line with discord. It's either genocide or the planet in uproar. Never good. The rules of paradise are never nice. The best laid plans of mice and men.
So we're looking over here, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We're going to throw the power on, watch the temperature goes up, all the way up, 7, and 780. 58%, 30 seconds on the run up. That looks pretty good. Alright, that's all. Power 7.2. And we're ready to take off, so we're going to take this up. My favorite part about flying is that you're out on your own, it's 3D, and it's a challenge. You have to fly. You can't just let it do it on its own. It's a constant challenge. You're applying yourself. And I like to be perfect in what I do. I'm a perfectionist in that respect. And so even as we landed over here just now, I wanted to come in and land without a little bump, whatever the case may be, fly it perfectly. And that's what I love. It's a challenge, and I like challenges. And I like to do those things. And that's one of the biggest joys of flying with helicopters.
Light as a feather when I'm floating through, reading through the daily news, measuring the hurt within the golden rule. Centimeters of ether, I'm heating the speaker. Motivation.
I have 5 children, actually 6 now. I have 6 children, And they're awesome kids. Of course, I'm biased, I say that, but they really are, if you ever got to meet them. And they're all over the world. I have a brother in China, living in China. I have a brother living in South Africa. I have a brother living in Germany. I have my parents living in the UK. And my kids in New York, Utah, and Washington. So I've got family all over the world. I love to travel, and flying is one way of doing that. But I started flying helicopters in 2008. I helped with a company called Rotaway. We bought the company. I ended up being the director of flight operations and R&D, so I was a test pilot there, and just absolutely loved it. And I'm now up here in Seattle, and we've got this helicopter and another smaller helicopter that we use for teaching. And we are now building this business, and hopefully it will be a successful one. And I get to wake up every day and go, wow, I get to fly every day. And that's an awesome, awesome feeling.
I drove the Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry.